Welcome back, family. This is your boy ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, listen. It just simply means that, yes, I am. I am back again with another one. Today's episode is entitled, Can a Project Coordinator Become a Project Manager? Again, can a project coordinator become a project manager? I got seven. I'm giving you my seven thoughts or my 7 step framework or however you want to package it up. But what I'm saying to you, family, if there's just one thing, if you stay to the end, I promise you this one thing that I'm going to say. I'm actually even doing even more research on it because of how important and how impactful it is. So, with that being the case, family, let's run through these seven. Hey, if you're looking to make that transition from project coordinator to project manager, hopefully these seven will give you some context to help you move your career along first. So, the first one, acquire relevant project management skills. What does that mean? What that basically means is in the framework of project management, we all know that the process group initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and closing. So if you have an opportunity to work on projects that will give you that framework of those 5 process groups will allow you to get indoctored into this thing we call project management. So by taking on the full and also including some other aspects like budgeting and risk management, but it requires for you to actually want to go seek these skills. So try to find different ways, and I'm going to help you through that with my point number 2, which is again expand knowledge and expertise. As you guys know, we don't do anything here but set the standard, and then we break the standard by creating a new standard, and we'll break that standard. So, but there's ways that you can go about by acquiring knowledge. The first thing I would recommend if you're a project coordinator, I would really try to work on honing my craft as far as understanding a basically getting a deeper look into your craft of project management. So that's studying the best practices. I would definitely go to PMI.org, look at some of those white papers that they have there. Also, there's training on training platforms, Udemy. You could come here. We're here to serve as well. But what I want to do, family, is make sure you understand the importance of going after and acquiring that knowledge and mastering where you're at, and then even thinking further of where you're going. My next thing would be take on additional responsibilities. I know that's extra work. I know that this could get in the way. You may think it's getting in the way, but actually it's not. It's actually creating an opportunity. How many times have you ever, let's say you started something and stopped it, or said, hey, you know what, I really want to be this or do this, and then you get into that thing and you realize it's not what you want to do. So that's why I recommend taking on additional responsibilities, and that could look like, hey, let me see if I can work with other project managers to see how they're running projects and assist them. If it's just basically taking notes, or if it's just following up with people, but this extra work will allow you to have a better understanding of what a day-to-day looks like for a project manager. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it would truly help you be able to grow too, because then you'll know right away. That's why internships are important as well. I don't want to leave that out, because that'll give you an opportunity, like I stated before, to see if that's a fit. My next point number 4, I have to say this. If someone tells you don't need a mentor, I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'll borrow what Dan Kennedy said as far as taking the follow. You don't have to go and set the new trend. You don't have to do that. There's pioneers that have taken, as Dan Kennedy said, there's pioneers that are taking arrows in their back for them. So see what they did right, and then see what they did wrong, and then see how you can improve that in a way by the lessons that they've learned along the way. So having a mentor, to me, in my personal opinion, everything is subjective, but this, you're here rocking with me today, so I'm going to tell you what my thoughts are. It gives you, watch this, the shortcut to understand, hey, I tried that, and let me give you my notes. That's what I call mentorship. It's just basically you're trading notes back and forth. And make sure, family, when you do find a mentor, that the amount of work that that mentor is going to pour into you, they're going to ask the same of you. So if you're saying, hey, I want this, and you don't, and you're not showing up every day to act, to really participate in your career, then how can you get mad at your mentor if he or she is not assisting you or helping you along the way? So having a mentor is very important. I'll even break it down even further. I remember when I was out one day at a restaurant, and you know, I'm very, I guess the word was extrovert. So meaning that I'm just a talkative person. I love engaging with people and just understanding their background and just in so many words, just really just embracing life. And so I'll talk to people and just say, hey, how's things going? What do you do? Blah blah blah. And what I learned along the way is that some of the most successful people that I've ever spoken with or engaged in, they've had mentors. And I know sometimes the stigma is, well, I don't want to have a mentor because what if they misguide me? But that's why it's up to you when you do go seek your mentor that you go and do your homework. So I won't carry on like that. If you can't see, I'm very passionate about mentorship. The fifth point is work on your track record. Basically, work on building a track record where you can be counted on and be success. I mean, be counted on and be looked at as an asset and not a liability. How do I go about doing that? Again, engaging with project managers or that are in a space that where you want to go and asking them, hey, can I partner with you to for you to kind of guide me in a way to make sure that I'm delivering these projects consistently. I'm not asking you to hold my hand. Now pay attention to that, because a lot of times people won't want to assist you because they feel like they're going to end up doing all the work. So always, family, if you're going to take this road or this approach, make sure that you're demonstrating, just like I pointed out earlier regarding the mentorship, is make sure that you're giving as much as that you're asking of it, so that you're asking of that individual. Point number 6. This was what I wanted you guys to stick around for. This is the major one. If you say out of everything here that I mentioned thus far, this is the biggest one. And that big one is develop communication and, watch this, leadership skills. Yep, I know they're soft skills, but they are very important to project management. Why they're important? They're important, family, because of the simple fact that if you can't communicate what you need, then anything will do. I think that's a shouting bomb right there. Okay, I won't even go at that. But no, seriously, family, when you are leading a project, you want to make sure that you're able to articulate out what the need is from the team, to know when you need to escalate, when you need to make a tough decision, and not to wait on making that tough decision. As the cliche is, just rip the band-aid off, and then having the leadership know-how of being able to lead the team and not manage the team. You know how I feel about manage, because when you anybody can manage, that makes you a commodity. But when you lead, you inspire. When you lead, you make people feel that they can do more than what they could do, what they thought they could do. When you lead, you just don't sit back to delegate. When you lead, you make sure that you jump in the fire with your team. So I say that to say this, family: developing communication and leadership styles and this thing we love called project management is, and I mean, if you, like I said, if you could name out all of the skill sets, this skill set right here is extremely personal, as well as it definitely will help your career as you get ready to transition from project coordinator to project management. And the last and final one, continue your education by looking at different certifications. If you're making that transition from project coordinator to project management and you have the experience, I will recommend going after the project management professional, or what we call the PMP. If you don't have the years of experience, if you don't have the years of experience, I'm going to recommend the CAPM, the certificate associate in project management. Reason why I think that'll be valuable for you, because the CAPM is so foundational, that will give you that foundation. Now, if you're serious about your craft, that's why I think it would be important for you to take it. So to answer the question, can a project coordinator be a project manager? Absolutely, 100%. But guess what it's going to require? It's going to require work. It's going to require dedication, and making sure that you create a safe circle of people that want to see you progress and grow. This is your boy ED. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'm out.